Begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is...
No, you had put that hit out on that boy, so you've been trying to avoid karma.
After new evidence of Lil Durk committing another M for hire was shared inside a court, rappers started reacting. First, it was announced that Lil Durk has been indicted for another M for hire charge for the passing of Stefan Mac. It is believed that Mac was targeted as revenge for the passing of Lil Durk's brother, D-Tang. With this being announced in court, the government informed the defense counsel that it is considering filing supplemental charges by June 3, 2026. The new charges would add 2 alleged incidents as direct evidence connected to the passing of Stefan Mac. This immediately got the attention of Charleston White.
Well, ain't nobody laughing at Durk. Now it ain't funny. Now your favorite rapper go to jail and look like he got a no bond like me. But that boy got a federal no bond. You know you had put that hit out on that boy, so you've been trying to avoid karma. They say karma is real. I say it ain't real. I say you reap what you sow. They say that's...
It even resulted in another rapper writing, "Let's be real. We all know it was that boy Jam snitching on Durk, trying to free himself out of these cases. Damn snitch." That post ended up getting the attention of Jam, making it his first post on Instagram in over a year. He wrote, "Chicago rapper Lil Durk's alleged informant Jam targets Von off 1,700 over snitching allegations." That's when Jam responded on IG writing, "Man, you for sure one of them rappers I would smack the hell out of. Look, right now it's a million out west guys that know I ain't somebody to play with. I really treat you guys like kids. You're a rapper, so stick to it. You good at wordplay. Don't use my name for clout, little boy. That ain't real smart. Little goofy Von off 1,700. Don't let this situation fool you and have them glasses putting you in another place." With all of this happening, Jam was being exposed for allegedly snitching.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam
now
got
he
him
put
in a
everyone in a
jam.
jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case, but eventually he.
But eventually, people started realizing the truth. In reality, Lil Durk wasn't snitched on by an OTF member this time. He was allegedly exposed by a random street soldier instead. The man who was reportedly hired to carry out the crime against Stefan Mac ended up getting fooled while inside jail by a federal informant. According to reports, DJ Academics revealed that one of Lil Durk's alleged members confessed to a cellmate who was reportedly working as an undercover informant. The alleged member claimed that Durk paid him to retaliate for D-Tang, who had passed away.
He gets locked up in a cell, and they give him a cellmate. He tells his cellmate who he murdered, how he murdered him, the homie he did the murder with, and who was supposed to pay him for the murder. Thank you. Come again. Perfect. Got him. So he confessed, essentially. He's talking to a cellmate. Listen to how he's talking to his cellmate, chat. "Yeah, I had the standard, folk, with a 60 round in that on mic. I let 3 shots out when he first came out. Marley said, yo, wait till he get to the car." I said, yo, tweaking, boy. By the time he get to the car, that's enough time for him to get his pipe. Yo, so now the cellmate, who's a confidential source, is saying, tell me more.
With all of this now being confirmed in the official court documents, the newly unsealed filing in the U.S. District Court in Chicago alleges that Durk Banks, also known as Lil Durk, was behind the January 27, 2022 passing of Stefan Mac, who was reportedly targeted shortly after leaving the Youth Peace Center in Roseland on West 111th Street. At the time of his passing, according to the FBI, Stefan Mac was allegedly the leader of the Smashville faction of the Gangster Disciples. The evidence the feds reportedly found against Lil Durk connected to the alleged M for hire situation is something many people wouldn't even believe. Federal investigators reportedly noticed that on the day D-Tang passed away, Lil Durk wrote a message for D-Tang on his IG story. Then, only 1 hour later, he posted another video.
What is it? Slap con. Well, Lil Khan, Dado, yeah. Well, shout out, man. Okay. You gotta know your jewelry, like.
Oh, this is my last no jumper. Durk Torre told me I wasn't supposed to come back up here with that last.
Now look what happened to him.
That man got kids. You talking about look what happened to him.
Definitely not happy about him.
I wouldn't be happy if you go to jail, Adam, because I know you got daughter. Break down.
There's multiple people who are no longer there for their kids as a result of that Durk allegedly called in.
Until they put that on black and white, sir. Stop throwing stuff on a black man who's trying to do something right for the community right now.
The feds have already put out a lot of information about this.
You don't have to put it out. You don't have to put it out.
So
this is a major platform.
You're not the boss of me. We talk about rap on here. I think it is well within our jurisdiction to talk about the fact
jurisdiction?
That
what type of police is
been
this?
alleged to have ordered them.
This
free smirk though.
Free smirk. But also maybe
police. It's a platform. This some police.
Just sit down for a little and decide, hey, maybe I'm not anybody else.
We don't have no proof that.
Well,
with the feds adding the new M for hire charge, this actually answers the question of why Lil Durk is reportedly being treated so harshly inside jail and is currently being held in solitary confinement, isolated by himself. According to reports surrounding the case, investigators allegedly want to prevent outside communication so nobody can update him on what's happening in court behind the scenes.
They got Lil Durk in a hole for basically some BS, and right now we're going to show the paperwork. They saying that he was caught with a cell phone, and basically that's not true. They trying to keep him in a hole, do a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing or whatever, but they're trying to make a point because they saying that me and him is privileged and we got so many things going on, and it's a lot of BS.
It would then be at this moment that prosecutors allegedly exposed how Lil Durk supposedly paid for the alleged M for hires. They shared with the court a selfie that Durk reportedly took in 2022, showing nearly $1 million in cash spread across a bathroom counter. According to reports, the photo was taken weeks before the alleged $1 million bounty connected to Quando Rondo. Court documents reportedly stated that prosecutors believe Lil Durk placed a $1 million bounty on Quando Rondo in 2022. The discovery also allegedly claims that defendant Durk Banks used trusted associates to recruit hitmen who flew to Southern California on August 18, 2022, allegedly targeting Quando Rondo. Investigators reportedly believe that Lil Durk took the selfie as confirmation that the money was ready for the hired individuals, with Durk's face visible in the photo to allegedly verify the payment. The evidence file also reportedly stated that alleged co-conspirators were rewarded in other ways as well, including appearances in music videos and mentions in rap lyrics following the incident. While the alleged hitmen reportedly split the $1 million shown on Lil Durk's bathroom counter, reports claim that people who helped set up the situation, including DD, were rewarded with a Lil Durk feature on the song Block is Hot. However, according to prosecutors, the alleged situation involving Stefan Mack reportedly cost nowhere near $1 million. Federal prosecutors allegedly revealed in the M for hire case connected to Stefan Mack that Mike City AJ unknowingly told an undercover agent that Lil Durk allegedly placed a $70,000 bounty on Stefan Mack before later wanting it increased to $90,000. According to reports, AJ later met with Lil Durk during a podcast event held on February 17, 2022, where he allegedly collected the payment. With prosecutors believing they now had major leverage inside the courtroom after presenting this evidence, they submitted a motion requesting permission to show footage related to King Von's passing to the jury, and the judge reportedly approved it. Prosecutors argued that the footage was important because they believe it helps establish Lil Durk's alleged motive for revenge.
Testimony and video surveillance surrounding the death of King Von, and the motion to exclude this evidence was denied, meaning the judge is going to allow witnesses to testify about and allow the video of King Von to be played at the trial. And this is important because prosecutors wanted to use this evidence to argue that King Von is the reason or motive as to why Durk offered this bounty on Quando Rondo. And so with this ruling, the jury will get to see and hear about all of that.
The footage is reportedly being allowed to be shown to the jury for two specific reasons, and prosecutors believe the second reason is especially significant. The first reason involves lyrics that prosecutors are allegedly planning to use against Lil Durk in court. The lyrics reportedly state, "They be on my page like slide for Vaughn. I know they trolling me. Got it back in. Y'all just don't know that's how it's supposed to be." Prosecutors are reportedly trying to connect those lyrics to an interview that Lil Durk previously did with DJ Academics, where Durk acknowledged seeing the slide for Vaughn comments online.
What are you talking about? Triggered by the slide for Vaughn comments. I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mentioned a song. They be like, they be saying slide for Vaughn. I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, that song is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
For some reason, I just don't see the comments no more. For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water.
Prosecutors will reportedly be able to tell the jury that Lil Durk was fully aware of the slide for Vaughn comments online. According to reports, Durk not only spoke about them during an interview, but also referenced them in his music. Then, prosecutors claim Durk reinforced that message with additional lyrics in another song. The lyrics reportedly said, "Don't respond to things with Vaughn. I'm like, forget it, you tripping. Go get your." They dropping locations. "I'm getting it done. Forget tweeting. We're sliding." Prosecutors are allegedly arguing that these lyrics help establish Lil Durk's motive, claiming the lyrics suggest he preferred taking action instead of responding online to comments about King Vaughn.
The search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the side.
The second reason prosecutors reportedly want to show the footage of King Vaughn's passing to the jury is because of the public reactions that followed afterward. According to reports, prosecutors claim that several rivals and rappers in the industry were openly making comments online celebrating or reacting to King Vaughn's passing, and they believe that atmosphere allegedly helps explain the tension and emotions surrounding the situation.
You heard that, considering the back and forth that y'all have had in your own ways. How did you feel?
So I kind of happy.
You were happy?
Can I say I was kind of happy? No, no, seriously, I was though. It was up. That, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he did. But I was happy as when I found out Vaughn was dead. I cooked for the whole day. Wild people.
When you looked at King Vaughn getting, how did you feel? Considering the animosity between you guys up to that point.
Like my real first action thought, I was happy.
You're happy.
Prosecutors reportedly believe that if Lil Durk had retaliated publicly, it would have stopped people from continuing to speak negatively about King Vaughn's passing. But this is where things start getting very interesting, because it now seems like the feds may have been holding on to this evidence the entire time just to see what direction Lil Durk's legal team was planning to take. Before this new information was revealed, many people genuinely believed that Lil Durk was close to being released on house arrest. We even saw famous rap lawyer Bradford Cohen writing, "Never underestimate Brian Steele. I actually like Durk's chances at trial. It is not a slam dunk case, and it is defendable." That statement was a reaction to another well-known rap lawyer, Mo from Lawyers for Workers, who explained how the feds had reportedly withdrawn a large amount of evidence they originally planned to use against Durk in the upcoming trial. But now, people are starting to believe it may have all been part of a bigger strategy, with prosecutors allegedly removing older evidence only so they could later introduce new evidence instead.
The matter is, his trial team has won a number of points in this case. Some of the evidence that they wanted to use has actually been withdrawn so that the judge didn't have to exclude it. When they bought this case, they said the conspiracy started in August 2022. That's when Durk arranged to get these rentals, these flights. That's when he made arrangements for the bounty. Then they switched that and they said, actually, the conspiracy started back when Vaughn, November 2020. And here's the big one. When they charged Durk, they said in the indictment about the bounty that at the direction of defendant Durk Banks, defendant Wilson, that's OTF Didi, would pay the bounty or monetary reward to the That's
At one point, things were honestly starting to look really good for Lil Durk. We even saw reports saying, Lil Durk is in good spirits as he calls his OTF crew from jail after his lawyer recently said he's confident about his chances at trial. That statement had a lot of fans believing that Durk and his legal team were preparing for a possible comeback inside the courtroom.
I got your speaker, I got Ike right here, I got Chucky right here, I got Mando right here. Who you gonna be get first? Who you gonna be beat that?
What you on, big bro? And alive every day. Simple.
Well, y'all be asking about you. I be on you.
You know that.
What you got going?
I'm working on EP. I'm feeling good as feeling good. I just rock it on live. Like literally, you gonna see that.
At one point, Lil Durk was being viewed by many people as a strong favorite to beat the case, especially after reports surfaced that the feds had added what some legal analysts described as a fallback charge. In the court system, people often refer to this type of move as a Hail Mary, meaning prosecutors allegedly add extra charges as backup options in case the main arguments fail during trial. The idea behind it, according to legal commentators online, is that prosecutors sometimes stack additional charges, hoping they can still secure a conviction on something if the bigger case becomes difficult to prove.
Added a fallback charge. So when they bought the case, the original indictment, there was no stalking charge. In the second superseding indictment against Durk, they added a stalking charge. And the stalking charge is important because it doesn't require any contract. No quid pro quo, no bounty, no payment theory. You can add that charge and simply prove that, hey, he was telling people to go do this. He didn't necessarily pay them to go do a, but he was telling them to go follow that guy. He was telling them to go stalk that guy. And a jury can look at it and say, a lot like in the Diddy case, that, hey, not exactly sure here. Very, very, very suspicious individual over here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the lesser charge. And so, when the government puts in that fallback charge later in the case, that tells you.
But now, with the addition of the second alleged M for higher charge, the situation around Lil Durk reportedly changed completely. It even resulted in Durk's team posting on his IG story, "Crazy how you gotta wait until it's dark out to see who's really with you." That message quickly caught attention online, especially after DJ Academics explained how many rappers and industry people had allegedly started distancing themselves from Lil Durk's side after the new charges surfaced.
If some of the went on tour with, did songs with, called you they brother, they twin, I wouldn't be surprised if these rappers try to India. These are down low and dirty. And I think this is what, I think Durk right now is thinking that, man, I thought I was just with a whole bunch of real. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. And I feel bad for Durk. When King Slime got locked up, there was a whole parade. Free him! Free him! Free him! Oh, nah. Everybody would post details of the case. How is this humane? How could they do this? Yo, free. Not smart. No, free Slime. Durk got locked up. They might give that half a bar. Free Smirk. And they moved the. I'll give credit. I have heard some of these guys have sent lawyers. Good for that. But Smirk is in there, man, realizing the world don't stop spinning.
But there was still one positive development that came out of the court hearing, and some people believe it could potentially help Lil Durk receive a release date or even be considered for house arrest. According to arguments made during the hearing, Durk's legal team reportedly claimed that the content in his music should be viewed as artistic expression protected under First Amendment rights, rather than direct evidence of criminal activity.
First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, the First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story.
This even resulted in Lil Durk's father being interviewed after the court hearing, where he shared that Durk's legal team had already submitted their bond request and were now simply waiting to hear the court's decision.
For the bond hearing for my son, at least for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
This resulted in reports coming out at the end of Lil Durk's court hearing, stating that the Chicago rapper's lawyers had officially submitted paperwork for a house arrest agreement. According to the reports, Durk was even offering to pay the full salary of an officer to make sure he remained inside his home at all times and that all of his activities were monitored. That situation reportedly made Lil Durk feel even more confident about his chances of coming home, especially after another public jail call surfaced, where Durk reportedly said he was not checking into PC, almost sounding like somebody preparing to come home soon.
The PC? Hey, I respect your mind forever. The PC.